Hello everyone, this is Mad Dog 32, aka JMW Dolphin Fan. We're back playing some more Mass Effect. Without further ado, so back in there. Last left off, this evil Dr. Bastard!
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC
Goddamn.
countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed.
Damn, Garrett said gun that motherfucker down!
I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Idiots.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Padman and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A
Right?
few casualties is a small price to pay to
What's
stop
not even a
someone
few
like
casualties? It's like, of course he's gonna do that, bro. Like,
Those hostages
you
might be
just
wishing they
gotta be
died
better.
now anyway.
Blow up his ship and save the hostages. Come on.
That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salian?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
Where
I'll
is it?
check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Alright, definitely. Definitely probably, yeah, fuck it. We'll do that. We'll do that in this episode if we can. Just want to check Rex one more
Sure,
time. Alright, get.
Rex?
Alright, Mrs. Ashley Williams.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Ha! I completely forgot about that
Let's
for a
pretend this
second.
never happened.
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
No, ma'am. And anyway, Scuttlebutt says he's already sweet on someone. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters.
Like, I
especially.
feel like especially
With
too,
Dawn
if you're
on
gonna
duty
get
so
Paragon
much, I
points,
had to
get
help my
Paragon
sister.
points with your crew members, you know?
You're lucky to have a close family.
Sorry, I forgot about your family situation.
Or lack thereof. Relax, Williams. I've dealt with it.
Asked me to clear a bunker of armed hostiles? No problem. Dealing with the foot in my mouth? Not so good with that. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did. Mike.
Okay.
I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
No means
If
no.
you really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, 'cause he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something.
Warp speed,
My
you know?
last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the
Like
sidewalk,
damn
and there's
water.
blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable.
That's
Sarah
dope.
must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell.
Ah, she weaved the hell out of
She
him.
stopped the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else.
That's so dickish. That story was
Was
pointless.
he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Yeah, I've always liked
I
that
know
one.
You like classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Sounds
Does he
cool.
still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now.
Nah, you believe in him.
That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Of course not.
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who
And
are
as
really
open-minded
weirded out
as
by my
the,
faith.
aliens in
Because
your
I
life,
work
but
in space, I can't believe in a higher power. Jeez.
I
Hello,
never
have
got
you
that. That's
looked out
weird.
the
Like,
window?
why can't
How
gods
can you look
exist
at
with
this
also
galaxy
space
and not
shit? Like, I don't
believe
believe in God like
something?
that, but like,
I should
why
get back to my
is it a
duties. Didn't mean to
mutually
take us so
exclusive
much of your
thing?
time.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I should get back to my duty. I wouldn't mind talking more.
Alright. Oh, that's all for Ashley. Alright, now good old Talia Zora Fasnoraya. And upstairs to not Tali, to Liara and Kaden.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really
You miss
great
home
to
though,
me,
huh?
especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
I like the silence.
I find it rather peaceful. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing.
Oh, like we can't load assets or
Home,
something.
I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
You're homesick.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about.
Yep, usually.
It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first.
Damn right.
Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Same stuff.
I should go.
See you later.
See if she has anything else to say real quick.
Hey, Shepard.
Alright, cool.
See you later.
Alright, that's cool though, because that's what's interesting about Tali Zora. Because, she starts off of like, Liara and her are very similar in a weird way. Because Tali's not so sure of herself, just like Liara is. But Liara is like really out of her element. Because at least Tali Zora is like used to like the military type shit due to the whole Quarian races like hierarchy. But Liara is just a damn doctor, bruh. Like Liara just be living. I believe she's in this area. Well, she is in Those things. Let us look on the map. No, right. Liara's next to Chakwas. I always forgot because a different character is in that area later, for in Mass Effect 2, but like way later. Hi, Mr. Mr. Mrs. Chakwas. Jesus. Hey, Liara.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me.
I
But
trust
I am
you.
not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I
I
spend
mean, I'm
most
human.
of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for
Oh,
the solitude,
that's good.
well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs
I
guide their
have a
followers
feeling
into
you'll
the
be a
future.
leader yet.
They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out
One
loud.
second, everyone.
It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
That's my phone. Apologies.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
I quite was. I am fascinating.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh,
Is
by
what
the
one would
goddess,
call a
how
yoke.
could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people.
Yeah, well, you know.
Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
It's okay, Liara.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you,
True.
doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
Yeah, I mean, the one girl on Zeus Hope was talking about, like, having a way to get in your mind almost that he has.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes.
For the most part,
My
yeah, that's
people
true.
believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Rumors.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand.
That's
Your
so.
species
That
can
evil
mate with
choice was so dickish.
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Who was your father?
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld.
True.
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't.
Yeah, you
Something
never
could have
know.
happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon.
True.
Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Who was your father?
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her
Oh, okay.
partner.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is... Asari daughters inherit racial... I
Yeah,
am what
okay.
Asa-
We already went
It is
through all that.
possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by them. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species
You
is... short-
Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone,
That's a good way of
a part
doing
of
it.
them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Alright, cool.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
We'll walk away and then ask her some more.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Okay, yes,
I
might
just
be new.
wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want to talk about?
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Alright, cool. Nothing new for Liara. Alright, so what we got? Caden left. How much time we got left? Because Caden's the only one, but Caden might have a lot of talking. We got 5 minutes. Yeah, we can talk to Caden.
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
A listener.
Let's hear it, Lieutenant. I'm always open to my officers.
I've been thinking about the Pharos mission, how the colony ended up failing. You had to make some tough calls to get us this far, and it looks like... well, it looks like there's gonna be some more. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
Are you concerned for me?
It's a personal observation, Caden.
I don't want to step on anyone else's toes, especially if you're if I have misread your interests.
I don't think you should be prying into my affairs.
There's my answer, then. I'm sorry to have bothered you, Commander. I got some mixed signals. With your permission, I should return to my duties. Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense
I've
of what...
wasted enough of your time for now.
All right, cool,
We'll
cool.
have time for
We'll
personal.
talk another time.
All right. Well, that's probably gonna be it for this video. We'll come back on the next one. We'll probably do that mission for Garrus, because I mean, might as well. That should open up some more talking points, I think, for people. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.